Hello folks and welcome back to So What If I Sew, or welcome if you're new. My name is Jess and this is my channel all about sewing, dressmaking and all things stitch related. And today is a little bit of a different video because I'm not at home, I'm at uni. And then we're going away for the weekend and we're not back till Monday. So I wanted to film a little vlog just so I could catch up with you guys, say hello and tell you what I'd like to be sewing if I was home this. Also, it's Valentine's Day, which has snuck up on me. I'm gonna go get a Valentine's card in my lunch break. But I thought I would do a little roundup of my top 5 Valentine's Day dress patterns because it is an occasion that it's nice to sew for. It depends for me. Adam and I do quite low maintenance Valentine's Days because that's kind of how works best for us, especially when, like this year, Valentine's Day and Pancake Day are close together. This is a very romantic story, at least it is to me, but as some of you may know, I can't remember if I said this or not on the channel, I have a very severe egg allergy. I'm allergic to nuts as well, but I haven't been able to eat eggs since I was 9. So that means there's lots of foods I haven't had in a very long time. And when Adam and I, our very first Valentine's Day together, it was the same day as Pancake Day. It was actually, Pancake Day was Valentine's Day. And he came back from Muay Thai training in the evening and, you know, we were having a nice evening. And then he was like, I've got an idea and I've got a surprise. And I was like, okay. And he made me egg-free pancakes. And I'd never found a recipe that worked, that duplicated it correctly. For American watchers, because there are a few of you, what we mean when we say pancakes is like crepes, not the thick kind. And he made me egg-free pancakes. And it was so incredibly special because I hadn't had them in over a decade and it was so special. And now actually, regardless of the proximity to Shrove Tuesday, we have pancakes every Valentine's Day, which I love. And he gets me my favourite chocolates, I get him a card and something little, and we spend the time together. So this year I'm not sewing anything special for Valentine's Day. I have in previous years, but I thought instead I would tell you my favourite Valentine's Day dress patterns if you need recommendations. So hopefully this video is enjoyable, hopefully you can stick it on while you're already sewing, or if you're stuck for ideas, hopefully this will help. The first pattern on the list today is the Vicky So Luchia dress. So there are so many fabulous Vicky So's patterns and definitely Vicky So's is perfect for this sort of Valentine's Day night out vibes. They do much more modern dress patterns. They do proper evening dress patterns as well. So the Vicky So's Luchia is really, really beautiful. It is a slip dress, it's long. You could make it in like a viscose, make it floral, really pretty. Or you can make it in a satin and make it much more dramatic. The crucial bit about this one is it's got a very low back. So just to be aware, it's like a crossover spaghetti strap there and then a V back. I'm actually borrowing a design feature from this dress for my wedding dress and I will let you guess what that is. But this dress is stunning and it's really great if you're on a Valentine's Day getaway. Maybe you're in a hot country and you want to float about a bit. You could also wear a top under it and just make it sort of like a white t-shirt and a black satin one. There's a lot of variability for this one. You could make it so dramatic, but it could also become a wardrobe staple for you. But it's the kind of thing you could dress up or dress down, which means if you're doing a day to night date or you just want to feel that little bit special without committing to a full satin evening dress or whatever, then this I think is the pattern for you. Vicky So's, for reference, you have to buy a single size, which is annoying as anything. However, they do have different height options. I think for this one they have like I'm 5'2" and I can choose a 5'2" option, which is great because it means I'm not wasting fabric. Just having a look at the sizing, just to make sure I've got this right. It is a UK 6 to a UK 24, so it could be more inclusive, but also like it's better than some patterns I could name. And we are looking at, where are we? So the US sizes, because they're in inches. The UK 6 is a 23 and a half inch waist, up to a UK 24, which is a 37-inch waist. So number 2 on the list is the Tammy Handmade Jessica slip dress. Now I could have done this entire list from Tammy's back catalogue. It is so hard to pick my 2 favourites and one is coming up later on, but the Jessica slip dress has to get a slot on this. So if you don't know, I have made 3 Jessica slip dresses in my life, and I'm going to make a 4th because, as a lot of you will know, I cut a hole in my first one by accident while I was trimming the French seams, utterly bereft. So I'm going to remake that one because it was in black Cooper and it was so beautiful. But the Tammy Handmade Jessica is a huge favourite of mine. So it's a bias cut slip dress, spaghetti straps, and it's got little ties as well at the back just to create a little bit more shape at the waist. It is a short dress pattern. Again, photos hopefully. It is a short dress pattern. However, I managed to lengthen mine into a full length evening dress because I'm 5'2", so I could fit my whole body across the bias of the fabric I chose. But even then, you could still make it like a midi dress or something within the bias of most fabric. And it's not a hard one to extend, you just add it. It's from a size 6, which is a 24-inch waist, to a size 24, which is a 42-inch waist. You need a woven fabric for this one, not a stretch fabric, but you want like a satin or a viscose or like a chiffon or a crepe, something with lots of lovely fluid drape. The Jessica slip dress will always have a very special place in my heart, not least because I share a name with it, but because I did make one of my favourite evening dresses ever that sadly I've not yet had a chance to wear. Because the wedding I made it for we couldn't get to due to the BA issues last summer, and we were stranded, we couldn't get to Switzerland. But hopefully we can manufacture some circumstances for me to wear that dress and get it out again. In terms of the type of Valentine's Day you might be having with this, you might be going out, you might be going somewhere very fancy, sort of Michelin starred vibes. You might be going to a party, you might be just wanting to feel that little bit special and that little bit extra, you know, in which case the Jessica slip dress is your friend. So next on our list is for those of you who veer more towards the romantic floaty vibes, and that is the Amy Winwood watermelon dress. Now I adore this dress, it's stunning, and I am making it this year. I am going to make it for my legal wedding, so I'm going to make one in like white linen viscose, so it's really floaty and beautiful, and that's what I'm going to wear to our legal registry office. But this pattern has really captured my heart and it's so beautiful. It's so flowy. I love the way it moves. She's done a phenomenal job drafting it. Honestly, it's stunning. Sizing wise, it goes from a UK 4 to a UK 24. So that is a 24-inch waist up to a 40-inch waist, and a 31 bust up to a 46.5 bust. I love the way she's drafted this one. I'm just going to make sure I'm looking at the photo you guys are going to be looking at. I love the puff sleeves. I love that you could make this out of a more structured fabric and it would be quite traditional, but out of like a floppy viscose it would be really beautiful, or like a chiffon. Oh my god, it'd be stunning with a chiffon with like an underdress. Oh god, I might have to do that. And I really like the thigh slit as well, because it's such a full skirt that the thigh slit gives you a bit of movement and just that little extra bit of sort of romance and drape, and it's really beautiful. In terms of the type of Valentine's Day, you might be on a day date, you might be on a lovely sunny holiday, you might be on a weekend away, you might just want to feel pretty going out for dinner. This is the kind of dress, if it were me, I would be wearing this dress out for dinner with like very low heel sandals, and we'd be having a great time. The last pattern on our list is the Tilly and the Buttons Mabel. Now, you will have seen the Mabel in recent collaboration with myself, and so do Emma. If you haven't, check out the video link below. And the Mabel is really on here for anyone who wants a fun, blousy, sort of cottagecore vibes summer dress or day dress. You could make it for the winter in a thicker fabric. And I really like the Mabel, actually. I'm really coming around. I've got it with me, actually. You can't see my bags off screen, but we're going away this weekend and I'm taking it with me to wear to our wedding tasting. And it's romantic in a low effort way, which is really nice. It's comfortable. The shearing means if you want to go out for Sunday lunch equivalent, have a massive meal, you're not going to be restricted, you're going to be comfortable. You could walk in it, wear it with boots, but also you could take your shoes off and put your slippers on when you get home and snuggle up and watch a film in it. It would still work. And that's why it's on this list. It's very versatile. Size wise, I should really remember this because I've just done a vlog on it, but it is a UK 6 to a UK 34, recently expanded, and that is a 24-inch waist to a, Tilly and the Button sizing is not helpful because they number their own sizing. Is a 53-inch waist is the top bracket. So probably the most inclusive pattern on the list. And And definitely it's not a difficult one, but it's one that you feel good sewing because there's shearing, there's a couple of nice little techniques with elastic, which makes it a really lovely project as well as a really lovely thing to sew. Number 5 on the list is the Tammy Handmade Leona. So I've put a photo of it here, hopefully. Again, I'm not everything on my normal laptop, so hopefully there's photos. The Tammy Handmade Leona, I mean, Tammy had to get 2 spots on this list because sort of romantic, slightly sexy dresses are very much something she's very, very good at designing, and props to her, and I hope she keeps doing it. The Leona is a great option if you want something stretchy as well. And you can redraft the neckline if you don't like a super low neck. You can draft it across the way, you can draft it a little bit higher, but it's such a quick make. I think my last Leona took me 15 minutes on my overlocker, and it would have taken the same on my sewing machine as well. Like, it's such a quick make, but you feel really good in it. It really, like, for me anyway, it's sort of slinky and fun. You can make it long as well. You could make a longer version, which I have also done. You can make a short version. You can change the straps at the back. You can make it crossover or a V, or, you know, there's so many options. But it does feel just, you know, if you're doing that little bit more special thing, you're going out for a super special dinner, you're going for a night out, you're getting, you know, you just want that a little bit more, then I would recommend checking out Tammy Handmade Leona. To be honest, the more I do this video, the more I'm like, will I just make a little Leona to wear for our Valentine's Day? Just quickly, because I've got some fabric in the house that might work for it. I'm thinking about it. In terms of sizing, it goes from a size 6, which is, sorry, I'm just looking up because I've got the measurements just above, a 31-inch bust and a 24-inch waist, all the way up to a 24, misread my own writing there, which is a 49-inch bust and a 42-inch waist. But it is a stretch pattern, so you need fabric with 4-way stretch, not 2-way, and at least 8% sort of elastane spandex, just so you've got a little bit more stretch to it. Personally, from experience, I would really recommend like a scuba fabric or a stretch velvet, something with a little bit more body. Just so it's more supportive, but also, you know, you can make it in a lighter jersey, like a viscose jersey or something, and wear it over something else. You know, there are plenty of ways to wear this dress, so it's not just a one-off for Valentine's Day. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I've really enjoyed filming this for you, even if it's a little bit on the fly, and I hope you enjoy it. It's such a busy time at the moment that it's really hard to get everything done, but I really wanted to put out something for you guys this weekend to connect, to say hello, because I really do enjoy vlogging. So if you enjoyed this vlog, please do give it a like, comment below which is your favourite, or if I've inspired you to try a new pattern, and consider subscribing if you want to hear more from me. You don't have to, but if you would like to, please do. And if you do subscribe, remember to click that bell so you get a notification every time I put out a new video. Until next time, thanks guys.